What's up everyone, and thank you for stopping by the channel. Today's project is this Yard Machine's lawnmower, and the problem is that it won't start after its winter storage. Let's take a good look at it, find out what's wrong with it, and hopefully we can fix it. In this video, we try and repair this mower. However, it may not be the exact repair you need to make to yours. We'll explore other options later in the video. This is a fairly new mower, so unless it was ran without oil, there shouldn't be any serious problems with it. Now, the most likely reason for it not to start, of course, is the carburetor. But before we take the carburetor off, let's try starting with the gas that's in it and see what it does and doesn't do. Now, this engine uses a ready start system that will automatically choke the carburetor, so there's no priming. Just pull and hopefully it starts. So it didn't even try and start. Now we have to wonder if there might be a spark problem. One way to test for that is to use a spark tester. They can be bought online for just a few dollars and installs in line with the spark plug. Just pull the rope and watch for an orange glow in the tester. I'll slow the footage down to make it easier to see. Now I know it was difficult to see, but there was an orange glow, so that means we still have spark. The next thing to do is to check that the ready start system is actually choking the carburetor. Take off the air filter cover and the dirty air filter and check that the brass flap is closed. In this case it is closed, so it's working like it's supposed to, but it's still not starting. The next thing to do is to put some of the fuel from the tank into the carburetor's throat and then try starting it. I'm sure the gas is fresh by its smell, but we'll drain the gas later to make sure. Luckily, it started and ran for a second, which is a good sign. However, the smoke out of the exhaust could be too much oil in the engine or bad rings. We'll figure that out later on if and when we get it started. I'm going to drain the gas and look for any signs of water. Gasoline with ethanol can absorb moisture from the air, which could then sink to the bottom of the tank, and it makes its way to the carburetor. And by the looks of it, the gasoline is fresh with no signs of any water. However, the water may have already made it to the carburetor, so we'll need to take the carb off and inspect it. There are 4 screws of 2 different sizes holding the filter base to the engine and the carburetor. Remove them and the base, and then we'll deal with the carburetor. And once we get the filter base off, carefully pop off the auto choke linkage and then disconnect the fuel line. After that, we can slide off the carburetor from the intake tube while working it off the governor linkage. Once off the engine, we can now remove the 2 screws holding the bowl to the carburetor. After that, carefully pry off the bowl. Luckily, the bowl is still full of gasoline, so we can see if there's any water in it. The easiest way is to pour it out and see if the water will bead up on the gas or just soak into the wood board. Since there's no water beating up on the leftover gasoline, that means that the gasoline was perfectly fine. The other way would have been to pour the gas into a glass jar and see if there's any water at the bottom of the jar. You don't need to do this part, but I like to pry off the float pin and remove the float and the needle just to inspect it for any problems. Now there's nothing wrong, so let's remove the white center section next. Just be very careful when you do this part. The most likely problem, of course, is that the brass jet is clogged. And after looking at it, it is most definitely clogged, so we're going to need to clear it. We'll also need to disassemble the white part to help get the clog out, since we're going to be pushing it inside. Now this part is very delicate, so be very careful yet again and take your time. After it's apart, use some small wire to push the obstruction out of the jet. Now it should fall inside the white part, and with it separated, it should fall out. This clog is quite stubborn, so keep trying till you can see through the jet. Now that the jet is clear, we can now reassemble the carburetor. Most of it will only go in one way, so it should be pretty easy. Another reason why your mower may not be starting is a bad spark plug. Now, it could be either broken internally, the gap is too large, or it might be bridged over with carbon due to oil burning. Either way, you'll have to replace it. The bowl has to go on a particular way. The rectangular part of the bowl at the bottom has to line up with the white part where the jet is. Before we install the carburetor, the O-ring that seals it to the intake tube is still there. We'll need to remove it along with its white retainer and reinstall it back on the carburetor. Once that's done, reconnect the governor linkage and then slide it back onto the intake tube. After that, reconnect the fuel lines and the choke linkage and make sure it moves like it's supposed to. I'm going to use some long pliers to help hold the emissions tube while reinstalling the filter base. After that, reinstall the screws, the filter, and the cover. And finally, put some gasoline back into the tank, and then we'll try to start it. So it started and ran, however, it's smoking lightly, and there's an oil mist coming from the muffler and landing on the deck. This is most likely the result of there being too much oil in the engine, so we'll check it later on. So to prevent this no start issue from happening in the future, make sure you run your engine out of gas at the end of every season. So my question is, do you run your equipment out of gas at the end of the year, or do you keep them full of gas? I know what I do, but I'm more curious about your answer. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate your time. Please feel free to ask any questions, and I hope to see you in my next video.